From Baldwin Creek Elementary, this is the Bobcat News, with your anchors, Grace Kemp and Sawyer Norton. Where every Bobcat matters every day.
Hi Baldwin Creek, I'm Sawyer.
Hello, and I am Grace. This week's trivia question is: which famous Christmas poem refers to Santa as jolly old elf? A, The Night Before Christmas. B, A Visit from St. Nick. C, The 12 Days of Christmas. D, The Christmas Tree.
We have new heart rate monitors in PE. Georgia is going to talk to Miss Atnip to tell us more about them.
Hi, I'm here with Mrs. Atnip to talk about the new heart rate monitors. How will this benefit our school?
So the heart rate monitors will give each student an opportunity to kind of monitor their own heart rate during class and help them figure out which zone they're working in to improve their fitness level.
Okay. How were we able to purchase these watches?
The watches are they were purchased through a grant, and the Wyoming Association of Health and PE and Recreation and Dance, they partnered with Natrona County Schools, and there's a grant that was established, and schools have been able to purchase the heart rate monitors through the grant, and our middle school and high school are also using a set.
Nice. What are some benefits when wearing the watches?
When wearing a watch, the student can monitor their physical activity. With my lesson plans, I'm going to be including whether they should be in the yellow zone, the red zone, the blue zone, and how often. And that will be able to give the kids a chance to work harder or slow it down, depending on where they're at.
Could you explain to us the different types of zones?
So the blue zone is low impact. It's kind of like stretching or doing yoga or resting. The yellow zone is moderate and maybe playing a game. Jogging is the yellow zone, and red is running the mile test, the pacer test, basketball game, soccer game, going all out.
Okay. How will the heart monitors improve PE?
So with watching your heart rate, you can improve your cardiovascular fitness, and when you improve your cardiovascular fitness, you improve your endurance, your mental function, how your brain functions, improved sleep, blood pressure, lots and lots of health benefits.
How are the students going to get feedback?
So with the heart rate monitors, the minute you check out a PE, the students will get an email showing how long they were in the red zone, the yellow zone, the blue zone, and parents will also get the same email.
Is there anything I didn't mention that you would like to add?
I think this is going to be a great opportunity for students to make PE be about their levels and not just the class as a whole.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There are many sports going on. Let's check in with Jacob and Erica for a sports report.
Hi, I'm Jacob. Hi, I'm Erica, and we're here with your weekly sports report. There are some sports going on. Swimmers and divers are hard at work in the pool.
Hockey players had 2 games in Gillette. They lost the first game and tied the second game. They get a few weekends off. Their next tournament is the weekend of January 5th in Riverton.
The Elks hoop shoot was Wednesday for the 10 to 11 age group. Avery Binns was first place, Ava Gerlach was second place, and Shiloh Weed, Addie Rounds, and Abby Smith tied for third place. Colton Boneberger was the only Baldwin Creek boy who placed in the 10-11 boys group. He tied for second. Paxton Hollingshead was fourth place. We will have more results for next week.
The next Blazing Bobcats reward is ice skating on February 1st. Accumulate 7 miles between December 7th and January 29th to go ice skating.
Soccer players are hard at work training for the turf wars.
Dancers are also hard at work in the studio learning different dances.
Now for the sports joke. Why didn't Cinderella make the basketball team?
Why?
She ran away from the ball.
Bye, Bobcats.
Bye, Bobcats.
Paxton is going to tell us about weather next week.
Hola, Bobcats. There's enough snow on the ground, so I'm going to teleport into this homemade snow globe. On Monday, December 17th, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 38 and a low of 22. There's a 0% chance of precipitation. On Tuesday, December 18th, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 39 and a low of 28. There will be a 0% chance of precipitation. On Wednesday, December 19th, my mom's birthday, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 40 and a low of 27. There is a 10% chance of precipitation. On Thursday, December 20th, it will be mostly sunny with a high of 40 and a low of 22. There will be a 0% chance of precipitation. On Friday, December 21st, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 34 and a low of 14. There will be a 0% chance of precipitation. Remember to wear appropriate clothing for these cold days. Adios, Bobcats.
Katie and Addie have a new experiment and will give us the results of their last experiment.
Katie and I will be showing the results from last week's crystallized eggshell experiment.
The iodized salt crystallized the most, which means our hypothesis that the Epsom salt crystal would grow bigger was wrong.
The pink and the green eggshells were iodized salt and crystallized very well.
The teal eggshell was sugar, and it turned into a gel.
The purple eggshell was Epsom salt, and it turned into a watery substance thing.
The blue eggshell was baking soda, and it turned rock solid.
We are going to do a new snow melting experiment. We are going to go to 3 different areas where there's different snow and see which area is cleaner. We are going to use the if then because method for our hypothesis.
If the area where the snow is cleaner, then when it melts it will be cleaner because not as much
Of the
snow has been walked on.
The ingredients you're going to need are containers or cups.
You'll be needing snow and a marker.
We are going to now go outside and do our experiment. First, you're going to go to 3 different areas where there is snow. Our first area is by the building. Katie's gonna label, not label, but she's gonna take this snow and put it in the cup, and then she's gonna label it with by the building.
Now we're here in the field and you're going to repeat the steps and you're going to fill the cup with snow and label it.
Oh, it's not a good area. So just sit it down.
Now she's going to label it.
Katie and I are going to show you the results of the snow melting experiment where we took snow from 3 different areas and we're going to see which one has the most bacteria based on where they were. So Katie is just going to pour by the building that was snow into this paper towel / water cup thing. and the water is going to seep into the cup, and the bacteria is supposed to stay on the outside. And she's going to keep doing that when the water is out. And then we will show you the results at the end.
Okay, this one was by the field.
Yeah. So we're just going to pour that into here.
And this one was by the Bobcat mileage trail.
We're just going to let it kind of soak into the cup. We're just going to show you the results for all of them, like compared. So this one is by the building again, and then this one is the field. And then
This one is by the Bobcat mileage trail.
So the dirtiest is probably by the building, and the cleanest is probably...
Minus the grass, there's really nothing else in there.
There's nothing else in there. But also
This one's pretty clean.
Yeah, the trail is pretty clean, I guess. I don't know.
All 5th graders will get to do cookies and canvas with Miss Wells on Monday and Tuesday. Shanti will be interviewing Miss Widhalm about this opportunity.
Miss Widhalm, what is cookies and canvas?
Well, Cookies and Canvas is a really fun opportunity that the students, the 5th grade students, get to have. They have guest artist Stacy Wells come in, and she teaches them how to create a successful acrylic painting on canvas.
Okay, what do students get out of cookies and canvas?
I think they get to just have fun and enjoy painting and learn how to create a successful painting. That's pretty easy, but it's guided so it helps you be successful.
Okay. What have you experienced or witnessed during cookies and canvas?
I have noticed that the 5th graders always act on their best behavior. They are just stars, they shine, they help clean up, they help set up. Everything is just a team effort.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Over Christmas break, you may have some free time. Braden and Kennedy are going to show us how to make a Christmas tree.
Hello, Bobcats. Today we're going to be making reindeer cookies.
So you'll need chocolate, cookies, vanilla wafers, candy eyes, chocolate frosting, and pretzels. And you'll need a knife or a spatula.
So first you're going to take a cookie and just put it on where you need it. Then you're going to take the frosting and spray it across the cookie.
And then you're gonna take another wafer and put it right about in the front of the reindeer. And then you're gonna take 2 eyeballs and stick them just above the nose. They should look like this. And then you're gonna take 2 pretzels and then put them just above the eyes to make the horns.
And it should look like this.
Here are your cookie reindeers.
And finally, here are this week's reminders. Chess Club will be starting up in January. The first meeting will be on January 8th. Look up for sign-up sheets in the hallways if you would like to be a part of Chess Club.
It is cold outside. Please remember to wear a coat, a hat, and gloves to school. It is cold in the mornings before school.
5th grade will be participating in Cookies and Canvas this week.
Miss Berry's class is having their class talent show on Tuesday, December 18th at 2 o'clock.
Students of the month will go to lunch with Mr. Morton on Wednesday, December 19th.
We will have our first semester awards assembly on Thursday, December 20th at 1:30 p.m. Among the awards to be given to students are Honor Roll, AR, Perfect Attendance, and Mr. Morton's Progress Awards. Miss Atnip will be marking mileage on the back of the shirt, so wear your Blazing Bobcat t-shirt. We will also have some great PBIS awards during the assembly.
School will be School will be dismissed at 12:15 on Friday, December 21st. We have 2 weeks off for our winter break, and we will be back to school on January 7th.
Keep reading to reach those air goals and keep walking to earn those Blazing Bobcat miles. Now for that trivia question. If you guessed A, the night before Christmas, then you are correct. See you next time on the Bobcat News.
Have a good week, Bobcats.
The music starts. You have to bear crawl out to get a ball.
We watch the children